ever get any better? Only with edges, right?
There are two ways to get to play more adventure cards. One is to, well, actually three. One is to play a card that gets you to draw another card, which gets you another play. The second
Right.
is to have Dark Bargain, which gives you a permanent draw an extra card and play an extra card. And the third one is to take the Destiny's Child Edge, which gives you a permanent draw an extra card and play an extra card.
So the question is,
it should be pointed out that Dark Bargain is without doubt the most ridiculous card to have in Savage Pathfinder, and I would always not have it in the deck. Given the whole point of Savage Pathfinder is about basically magic and supernatural.
Well, it all depends on what, because the GM still has to agree with the playing of the card. So the Dark Bargain's got to be played in some kind of epic level magic encounter. I've picked up an artifact, or a god has just cursed me, or it was the archdemon Honest Gov.
So you're transmitting at the minute, aren't you?
You're all going to die, yes.
Yes.
So the show is going to die.
So the show has started, yes.
That's mean.
Apparently.
Yes, and you're not there. And they're all going to die because there's only 3 of you.
Right, okay. Join campaign. Push the button.
You're always so positive at the beginning of these games, Kev.
Started this up for a party of 6 17th level characters, and there's 3 of you.
Well, you best give us a response quickly then, haven't you?
Somebody's fighting trains again.
I know.
No longer appropriate. We're not in Deadlands. Somebody needs to let him know that.
He needs to stop. He needs to stop robbing trains. Right, Jelsa, you're up. So as you remember, a battle appears to have occurred here recently. A number of charred human skeletons lie strewn about, and a lifelike stone statue of an ogre points at the north wall with an arm that ends in a broken stump. The hand and the barbed falchion lie on the floor near the southern stair. Between you and all of that, however, stands
Da, da, da.
a demon.
The bastard statues.
Right, hang on. How tall is he? Is a hulking 9 feet tall and with 14-foot wide wingspan. You estimate weighs about 700.
That's an heavy set of wings, that is.
No, I think he does, not the wings do.
Hey, Savage Scott, how are you, sir?
Hey, look, his name's Steriastes. He's got the same problem I've got. He's a Jaffa.
I'm going to duck around Bert.
Yeah, but are you a biscuit or a cake?
And I'm going to pull out a wand. Because I'd use the wands when I want to test how tough they really are before I waste magic points on them. Oh, this is going to go well today.
So pretty.
That's a hit with your Wand of Bolt.
You've got some very Tinkerbell style purple dice there.
Yes, I know. I love them. They're so jealous. That's the whole point. Those are Jelsa dice. I don't use them in any other game because those are Jelsa.
They are.
Involved, I pissed him off. Now you take him down.
Grimwald is not here right now, so it's bad guy's turn. Okie dokie.
Let me give that to Arena because that card's no good to me at all.
Card? Oh.
Yes, you've got adventure cards.
We have adventure cards. What?
Oh. Cool.
Successful casting with a raise. A
Well,
fireball explodes amongst all of you.
I would very much like to not be in the way of that fireball. Thank you very much. I will not be in the way of that fireball. Thank you very much.
Okie dokie. I shall remove you from the targeting. Okay, so a fireball explodes. That
Warm
would
enough
cost
yet,
me,
Jelsa?
Yeah, great.
2 power points. That takes me down to 7 power points. Okay, so here we go. Bell takes a wound, Arena takes a wound, Jelsa takes 2 wounds, Dondrad takes a wound, and Bert takes a wound.
This is going to go very badly.
Okay, Grimvald takes it. Let's see what happens to Bert. Do it for them anyway. Dear. Okay, that's Bert. Bert. I'm going to spend all the Bert's bennies to try and soak a wound on. Yep, Bert's okay, but it took all these bennies to do so. Hang on, why is Bert having -2? Bert doesn't have a multi-action penalty, so that's ridiculous. Bert only spent 1 benny. Check actually Grimvald then. What did he have? He rolled a natural 1 the first time. That's fine. Okie dokie. Jelsa Jusoak.
1.
Soaked 1. Okay, Jelsa takes a wound. Rena dodged out the way. Dondrad ducked behind his shield, and all was fine for his second action. The rather horned fellow is going to... no, he doesn't. Okay. Basically, actually, he doesn't need to move. From back here, he swings his spiked chain around his head and then launches it in the direction of Rannick. Rannick takes everything Rannick's got to dodge out the way, but Rannick does so. And then I'm going to... Oh, my. Rannick, you're up, sir.
I have a couple of questions before I decide exactly what I'm doing.
Hmm?
Where we are currently, would this count as either underground or urban?
You're inside a glacier, aren't you?
Yes, but have we gone underground?
No, you're... If you remember, you flew 900 feet up into that thingy. So, it's interesting.
Yes, but
Everest
then we went downstairs underneath stuff, didn't we?
Well, that's what I'm saying is you're inside. You're physically inside a frozen waterfall. Does that count as underground? That's what I'm asking.
Well, I'm asking the GM because it's his game.
Well, yes, but I'm allowing you to give me a...
Or
A valid reason.
Equally,
It's subterranean.
Yeah, is it hills or mountains either, for that matter? Because the glacier itself was coming off the edge of a mountain, wasn't it?
It's inside a glacier.
Yeah. Is that underground? That's the question, isn't it? That's the real question.
Well, it's under the town.
Wombling free.
Definitely wombling free. And then this creature, is it any of the following? A humanoid, undead, a monstrous humanoid, or a dragon?
Amber's here, so it's a Foxy's glacier.
Now, Minty.
I don't think it does.
It doesn't. Okay, that's fine. Right. So, in which case, I'm going to do that power, which is giving myself improved trademark weapon. And then I'm going to poke it.
Okay. It's a nice edge to have. He's got it.
He's a ranger, is he?
No, I said it's a nice edge to have. He's got it.
Oh, right, he's got improved. Right, okay. And out of interest, does he have any transmuting powers, whether they are cast or innate?
Because
that also makes a difference to me.
Conjuration, because I know the others are either conjuration, illusion. No, just evocation, necromantic, illusionary, and conjuration.
Okay.
Afraid you missed.
I did. Well, you know what? I will spend a penny on it. since we just got a Benny. Well, still missed.
Dawn of the Dread.
Dawn of the Dread. I have broken my encumbrance again. So, I will. I don't know if this is going to. It's just sheer out of curiosity. What happens if I roll these dice?
Oh, okay. He's got weathered stone-like skin, the cracks in his stony armor glowing with hellfire.
I ignore that. It would happen to be a big roll, wouldn't it? I just want to know what it does. Right, okay. No, it doesn't give an encumbrance penalty. How weird is that? Right,
Yeah,
anyway.
my encumbrance load is currently set at load limit 120, total carried 1,269, which is incorrect.
Don't even get me
Right,
started with
well,
load limits.
we started debugging quickly.
Mm.
I noticed that straight away. I was like, read have it off. Right, anyway, meanwhile, back at the game.
So is it just reporting it and not actually
it seems
encumbering you?
Yeah, it's not encumbering.
Yeah,
And it's
maybe
reporting
actually
it wrong
I
anyway.
could well have turned it off because it broke a while back. It didn't possibly.
But I hasten to add, this is not the game to test it in because there's so much magical items you've got that screwing about. Bags of holding, belts of strength. It gets honest. The calculation's mental. So, yes, what we're going to do is powers. I think we'll just go poof. Try this for a laugh. Target and roll. Five is a success. Don't think I'll go for the
It's going to move the people that aren't there out of the way. Okay, a bright light blinds the entity is standing in front of you.
Yes, as then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shunt her up to there. And let's run into melee combat and pin the bugger. I'm particularly suicidal in this adventure, aren't I?
Last but not least,
which is a hindrance, by the way, but it's
Yeah, aren't you supposed to give him a chance to surrender? Give up on that first.
No, we've been through this scenario. We've been through that question twice. You know.
All right.
There are some things you need to give a chance to. This isn't one of them.
He's a demon to the outer planes, and I'm a paladin. He's going bugger off. Get back.
He certainly is not a demon.
He might be a devil.
Oh, I forgot I had that. Oh.
It's amazing how much you can forget you had.
Yeah.
When you don't play a character for 6 months. It wasn't even that much.
It's not just that, it's the characters. I've got so much gear. I mean, 18th level D&D characters, it's like, what? How much gear have you got?
Not.
I can do better than that on the damage. That was awful.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, you used a rune-forged adamantine longsword. What was it? Did it have any spells?
That's better.
A wound upon him. Well, I think I'm going to soak that.
If it has any enchantments on it, it will have dispelled it.
It doesn't.
Okay. I didn't think it would, but I thought it worth mentioning just in case.
It does. It's been blinded.
Oh, yes, it has. Oh, yes, thank you. You removed the blindness.
Oh, well.
I shall award a penny to... I shall award the pennies to everyone because...
that rules for you?
Me. Yes. Okay. Doing you round. Sorry, sort of stuff out. Rannick, you're up.
Right, well, I had problems resisting him last time. Can't be doing that. I'm going to have to try harder, aren't I?
You are.
So... let's pop that on. Oh, it's gone back to only lasting for one turn again.
What? It worked last week.
It did, didn't it? But it's gone back to only lasting for one turn. That's weird.
Weird.
And we'll try poking him again. That's better. That's much better.
Doesn't seem to hurt it.
Oh, it did. It rocked him back on his feet a bit. That'll do.
Okay, let's go. Let's see what should we do. What to do. Okay. I think it's a multi-action time. Okay. So how many power points is it going to cost? It's going to cost me 8 power points. Don't have 8 points. I'm going to spend one of my. I'm going to have to spend a penny to give me enough power points, and then I can cast a spell. That was successful. Seize. That's it. Let's summon it there. A portal opens in the air and ice and cold blast through it, and then steps through a creature. It is 12 feet tall and seems to basically it's a monstrous humanoid insect. I know it says humanoid insect, but ironically, I don't think its stats are humanoid insect. But anyway, we shall find out later. But it steps through, and then for its second action, it is
The
going.
description bugs me.
Rather good, I like that.
Oh, thanks.
I'm going to use the unholy spiked chain again upon Rannick. Got to do it frenzied this time, so you're lucky you got away with it. That did cost me, however, that cost me 8 power points to bring that creature in. And Irina, over to you.
Okay.
Bringing in your mates. You wuss.
Bear with me. I'm just having a glance at my magical stew.
I'm going to use this guy.
Really, this is no time to go to the library.
Yeah. So apparently, although it's described as a monstrous humanoid insect, it doesn't have humanoid in its creature type.
Right, so it's not actually a monstrous humanoid.
No.
Right, okay.
I know that's the description of it, but it isn't.
It's probably an outsider, isn't it?
Yes. It is indeed an outsider. Oh, arcane inspiration. +2 trait rolls for the remainder of this encounter. Rather nicely done.
Why can't I do that? I can't adjust me what's it. You know the little box where you put your pluses and minuses? It's not working. Oh, no, it started working now. I just had to click it a ridiculous amount of times before it pay any attention to me. Okay. Excellent stuff. A spark skin with a raise on me, Dondrad, and Rannick.
Very sensible.
And in addition to that, I am also going to utterly miss it, apparently. You know what? I've got that many bennies. I will have another go. And miss it again.
So you cast the spell and then didn't apply it to anyone, and then you targeted the bad guy. So I gave him the toughness, not the players.
Oh, I targeted Dondrad, Rannick, and me when I did the spell. Did it not work?
You didn't press the effect.
Oh, bollocks. Sorry.
Right.
I cannot brain today. I has the dumb.
So it was yourself, Rannick, and Dondrad. Is that all you were doing?
That's correct, yes. I'm sorry, I was an idiot.
Okay, so they are all covered. A bark-like growth grows over them. Do you wish to attempt to attack the creature again, or are you stopping it 2 misses?
I'm stopping at 2 misses. I'm clearly not very accurate at while I'm casting spells.
No problem at all. Brings us who unshakes, but it's a bit singed. Some of the hair was burnt off.
I'm gonna multi-action.
Okay.
I'm gonna use so you can take off my wound.
Okay, you drink a potion of healing. No problem at all.
Going through and I'm gonna back up a step because it's like, oh hell. And when I was scrabbling through for the potion, I grabbed out another wand. That one is hanging on its side. See that? It hung there on its side. Oh, I got a hit with a raise, and that's scorching ray, so it shouldn't be immune.
That should be fire trapping, shouldn't it? Scorching ray. Which probably isn't programmed in back when we created these characters, so I'll manually add in a +4 onto that. I do believe it has weakness to fire. Yeah. Oh no, it hasn't got extra. It hasn't got weakness to fire. No, it has a weakness, but it's not fire. Interesting. But yep, you shake it.
For now, and that would be my turn.
It brings us to Dawn of the Dread. After Jill ends her turn.
Did you see the debate on the forum about getting players to end their turns?
No. I'll have to look that up.
It was flippin' funny.
Look at that. Right here. Powers, combat, powers.
Yeah, I think it's better for me to do it because I now have sorted everything out. But at the same time, everyone else gets upset when I do it, so I've learned not to now. So I don't.
Well, that's because of all those years I played with the GM that would sit there and you wait, and then he'd go, "Are you done?"
Anyway, Mr. Dondrad, sir. Statue watching you. What about that?
Is there?
There's a statue in this room, yes.
Bloody statues. Bloody statues.
It'd be worse. If you remember in a minute, you're behind a waterfall.
Actually. Let's do wild attack. And then we'll do a falching damaging on this evil creature. Oh.
I think you might have hit. That's a wound. Spent the last of his pennies trying to soak that. And he failed it. Oh, well, he takes a wound. Nice devil. Recovers from being shaken. I know what I'm going to do. Oh, that's what I did. That's a bit big. Let's resize that.
That's a strange looking thing.
Okay.
Is that a barrier?
Yep, a wall of ice springs up, completely blocking the stairs.
No bugger.
That would have cost me. It cost 2 power points.
Just as Bert turned up.
Fortunately so. Let's take Bert off hold. Start the next round. Oh dear, this could go very badly. Ooh. 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 I'd be really evil. No, I can't. Yeah, but the point being is I will have to be selective. Okay, I might spend a penny on that. Okay, Rannick, your cloak of displacement. Actually, the close range combat doesn't help there, does it? It's an area of effect.
Yeah.
Actually, you are hit regardless of what Mr. Computer thinks. Okay, now I'd said I have to do selective, so that costs me an extra power point. I have to do that selective. It's a fire blast. I don't have a good sound effect. Oh, there's something wrong with blast. I'll have to look at that later. Okay, so blast is 3 power points. Selective is 4 power points. So that costs me 4 power points. And then you all take damage. I've lost where I am. There we go. Blast. Condrad is unharmed. Rena is unharmed. Why did it hit Arena again? Sorry, that should have been Rannick. That last one, I'm afraid. Rannick is unharmed. So that blast, you're hit by a blast of cold air that seems to do absolutely nothing. 9 power points. Okay, the horned devil unshakes. Okay, he's done that, so he can't do that again. He can't. Can't do that because. Okay. Well, I think he's really just going to have to. Okay, I'm going to have to do a frenzied attack again. But this time, I think I'm going to have to do it on that very annoying dwarf. That spiked, unholy spike train whips out and gets round Dondrad's shield. Doing 2 wounds and shaking him in that order.
So let's just see. See, that was almost a critical. Did you see that?
I did.
That's soaks 2 wounds. Is it? Oh no, -2. With the wounds.
No. It was soak
7.
1 wound. Statues watching you doesn't affect your vigor roll, but your wound does. Your existing wound does affect your vigor roll.
So it would be
1 wound soaked.
1 wound soaked,
and then you'll be shaken, and which means the next hit will be another wound. You can also try and soak, but it's up to you where you want to do it.
Yeah, let's Benny it for a laugh, just to see what happens. There's a 6 out.
7 seems to be best you're going to get today on that. So you're going to. What I'd be inclined to do personally, I'd be inclined to do is take the wound, and then just spend a Benny to the gate. Spend a Benny to unshake, and then I apply the shaken to you. That's what I'd do if I were you.
That's good. Aye. So
spend a Benny to unshake. Yeah.
Yeah, and then take. So it's 1 wound and a shaken. 3 bennies. This is costing us. I mean, we can get out of 2 wounds easy, but we're burning bennies, people.
Mr. Raddick, sir, you're up, sir.
Right. Well, I'm spending 5 power points.
Okay. Don't forget, you've all got conviction, guys.
Don't need conviction yet. I'm spending 5 power points.
Okay.
And making the pair of them entangled.
Okie dokie.
Or because I only need to entangle them to make them vulnerable nowadays, don't I?
Yes. Entanglement makes them vulnerable. Yep.
So I'm going to entangle them.
Both?
Yes, both. Should be both entangled.
Yep, they are.
And then I'm going to smack them both.
Yep. Them both.
With a multi-action thing.
Hey, that's an improved trademark weapon hit and a hit with a raise on the Ice Devil.
Right, so... And because it's got a sneak attack, I need that damage.
Benny back so I can soak it. Okay, that's 2 wounds upon the Ice Devil. Killing it. Well, splat. Rather dispelling it. Sending it back to its home plane. 4 wounds on the Stereotes, which will have to try and soak. He soaks. Oh, he's going down as well.
The ice wall go down when the thing disappears?
Afraid not.
All right, I'll deal with that.
Well, he was an annoying bugger, weren't he?
Well, it is but a scratch.
Speak for yourself. Look, he's got muck all over my cloak.
Melts the ice. And I actually got a raise on that. I forgot to put +2 from that card.
Barrier.
Right, well,
Roll is
instead of
hardness 10. Rays can be destroyed as any other object with sea-breaking things. Each wound destroys 1 inch. Elemental manipulation. Attack, dealing 2d4 damage, 3d4 with a raise. You didn't put your +2 modifier in, so I'm being nice to give you a raise. So that would be /DMG 3d4.
And with it being fire against water, it would probably have an extra +4 as well, wouldn't it? Fire against ice.
synergy.
Yeah.
1 points. Why not? I'm not going to be a dick about it. I'm just, you know what I mean. It goes. Unlock tokens. There you go.
Right, let's do some shenanigans.
Not shenanigans.
Yeah, shenanigans.
So was this fella? He had some kind of enchanted chain thing, didn't he?
Did.
I shall put. How many links is on this enchanted chain? Is it by any chance 27? Can I count them?
I imagine.
Count that high.
I am.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, many, much, lots.
Country. Okay.
No, because links of 3 times whatever it were on that rhyme upstairs. We need 27. Has this thing got 27? What's names on it?
Aye, but it's Chubby chain anyway.
One unholy spiked chain.
Aye, but how many links has it got on it?
I have no idea.
Therefore, it doesn't matter.
Therefore, it's not important.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying that. I'm not giving you a number in any way because I do not know how big a spiked chain wielded by a 9-foot tall horned devil would be.
Right. Does it have any Zeldas on it if it hasn't got any link?
Oh, good God. That was awful.
Auntie Benny!
Auntie Benny!
Auntie Benny!
It was bad, but you laughed, so Auntie Benny!
Exactly. Okay, so as I said, basically, there is a number of charged humanoid skeletons strewn about the floor. Lifelike stone statue of an ogre points at the north wall with an arm that ends in a broken stump. The hand and the barbed falchion it held lie on the floor near the southern stair, which basically means it'll be back there somewhere.
Can I just go and hide around the corner for a while?
What's through there then, Reenie?
Range circular. I'm not sure. Let's have a look.
The domed ceiling of this large room rises 30 feet overhead. Bars of ice block alcoves flanking a door to the north, as well as passages to the east and west.
Including the one I'm trying to get through.
Yeah, an elaborate ice throne sits within a raised alcove to the south. You can see, you can just about see from here, surveying the chamber. Heavy manacles are inset into the throne's arms, backs, and legs. Several more sets of manacles are spaced around the chamber's walls, interspaced with various diabolical instruments of torture. A 15-foot chamber cage of ice bars that extends from the floor to the ceiling dominates the center of the room. Floating within this cage is a huge sphere of crackling grey energy.
Can you do that fiery thing or shift the ice in this with that elemental what's name and make these pillars get out way?
Okay. Question, is that power still running, considering elemental manipulation usually runs for 5 rounds?
Have we got a bit? Is it in this bag here? Or is it in that bag over there?
I mean, if you can't, I'll just try and smash it up.
Are you leaving all the you leaving all the equipment scattered about the floor in the other room?
I'll know in a minute when whether or not my power's still running, because I'm sure that this magical voice will speak into my head and let me know.
Well, it only would last 30 seconds. Probably not.
How long did it take me to? Okay, fine. I'll just cast it again then.
By the way, there is a load of equipment scattered around the other room. A lot of it had the magical glow. I'll just point that out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, Stunty's
I got
in
distracted by the big glowy orb I could see through the doorway.
there. Stunty's in there. I'm sure he can have a look.
I know, but I'm just having I was having a rake through my gear to see if I'd like I can't get wands to healing to work, so I'm.
There's also quite a lot of coins scattered about the place.
Oh, I've got plenty of money. All right. What here looks now like it's worth nicking then?
Right. Anyway, me and Bill will be back. So, yeah, because I had to step outside the room because I couldn't get one to work, and I was being watched, and I got embarrassed and decided to go and hide upstairs.
Searching through the tatters of the Slain's party, you find about 4,500 gold pieces in a salted coinage and gem. There appears to be a belt, a mithril chain shirt, a piece of material, a rapier, a circle of cloth, a rapier, a couple of rings.
Uh-oh. Whatever the third item was, I really don't understand it.
That would be the mithril chain shirt.
Clearly, I think it's obviously cursed, it's dangerous, or something.
Hang on. So it's just,
yes. Oh, yeah. Most certainly. It basically it's very evil. You identify the first item as a belt of dwarven kind. And
is that chain shirt one of them ones that when you put it on, it crushes you and keeps squeezing and getting smaller until your lungs burst and everything?
Hang on, wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute. It's just mithril silver, is it not?
No. It's meant to make you think that. It's tricking you. It's very well done.
What is it? What's the dot? What is the shirt?
You don't know.
No, not with a faith, do that?
No, not with a faith roll. You don't know.
Oh, right, okay.
It's cold.
Oh,
I think there's an error on the belt of dwarven kind.
Is there?
This belt gives the wearer +2 to persuasion and intimidation checks when dealing with dwarves, +1 with gnomes and halflings, and ampersand #8
-1
colon
yes.
1 with anyone else.
Yeah, that's good old fancy grounds, and it's coding errors, isn't it? That's a -1. It's a -1. I'll have to fix that.
So, yes. So anyway, occult. Well, we're back at the occult.
Yeah, just putting that on also make you grow a beard.
The mithril chain shirt, is that what you just rolled a default on?
Yes, because everybody's saying it's cursed.
As far as you can tell, it's not cursed at all. It's just basically, it just has a form of glamour on it that makes it, that allows it to change shape and conceal itself. But obviously sometimes the glamour can cause misreadings, of course, because the whole point of it is to disguise the fact that it's a mithril chain shirt. And obviously that's what happened in this case. You still have a circle of cloth, a rapier, 2 rings.
If you put that on, will it give you a beard as well?
I don't know. I'm not going to risk it.
I mean, it's heavier than I'd normally wear, but I've never been able to grow a beard. It's the Arfork thing.
Why would you want a beard?
Well, it'd be nice to know what it's like. You know.
You can speak. You can speak to us.
I can speak to you anyway.
Well, I really know what that is.
Okay, you identify the circle of cloth as a portable hole, and you also identify the accurate rapier of speed.
Remind me what a portable hole is again.
Something you do not put your bag in, or into your bag.
A portable hole is literally that. It is a circle of cloth spun from the webs of face spiders, interwoven with strands of ether and beams of starlight, resulting in a portal extra-dimensional space. Basically, you put it down, unfold it, and it creates it's 2 yards in diameter when unfolded, but you can fold it to become a small pocket handkerchief.
Hang on though. If we took that all upstairs to where we want to get inside that clock, right?
It wouldn't work.
And we put it on the clock.
It wouldn't work.
If you put stuff in it, does it like disappear and cease to exist like a giant waste disposal, or is it?
No, it keeps it.
Do you remember we went to Kurzog's
So it's like a bag of holding, but different.
No, if we went to Kurgzog's, when we went to the Rune Forge, the Rune Forge exists in the pocket dimension off of the astral plane.
Aye.
So they've created their own planar existence. Basically, it's how's the best way to sum up? It's bigger on the inside.
That sounds very wibbly wobbly to me.
Yes. So you open up, you put the cloth down, unfold it, you walk through the gap it leaves. Somebody folds it back up again and moves it, unrolls it, and you step out.
Aye, but what
If
happens?
only enough air for 10 minutes, don't forget.
What would happen if you put Reenie's bag of holding in that hole?
That sounds like an extraordinarily bad idea.
Because then you're expanding an interdimensional space and it goes bang.
Right. So here's my idea. If we take this hole upstairs and we stick it on the wall of the thing we want to get into, right? And then I take one of my gloves here that can hold a spear inside it and throw it into the hole. It'll go bang. There'll be a massive, great big hole that's a real hole in the side of the building, and we can get in.
No.
That would be a massive waste of an extremely valuable artifact.
The reason why I don't think it's working is because I asked Gorum to create an anti-magic shell. I accused the clock of cheating, right? And what would if I asked Gorum? He means the battle has to be finished hand-to-hand combat with no magic, right? So that's why I asked him, and the anti-magic shell failed.
Aye, but you weren't fighting the building.
Aye, but what I'm saying is the doors to the building didn't burst open. We've had this before. We've had even the Vassalonians, Granville, they had sealed the door, and I used an anti-magic shell to to take the arcane lock off the door.
Even if it did work, it would be like using a diamond to drop down a well to see how deep it was.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if the legend is true, the clock tower was created by Baba Yaga, right?
Which is worrying in itself.
Which is worrying in itself. So if it was created by such a powerful being, I think it's technically an artifact, and only you've got to find the key to get in.
So we need to find this chain of 27 what's names and
whatever the riddle
and some porcelain. We need a toilet chain and a toilet, don't we?
No, I mean you have to solve the riddle. Go through the.
Yeah, so we need the 27 chain and the porcelain what's its.
And all the other things in the riddle.
Aye.
I think the doors are an artifact, and the funny thing is, I believe Irina Cast tried to do combat magic and found out that any combat's magic spell fails, regardless of where it is. Regardless of its school of origin, it fails.
Would anyone like to make an occult roll to actually explain to Rennick what happens if you put a bag of holding or a other container inside a portable hole?
Well, it goes boom. That's what Stunty said, and I was thinking, big boom, make all in wall, we can get in.
Basically, what happens is, if a bag of holding is placed inside an extra-dimensional space created by a handy haversack portable hole or other item, it instantly destroys both items, opens a gate to the astral plane. All contents of both items are scattered through the astral plane. The gate originates where one item was placed inside the other. Any creature within 10 feet of the gate is sucked through into the astral plane. The gate then closes. This is a one-way trip and it can't be opened again.
So what we're saying is it'd be bad?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what do these two magic rings do then?
The difference is it's a magic explosion versus an explosion. And a magic explosion doesn't always damage the stuff around it.
Right.
Yes, and by the way, that's not for everybody else. That would be certain death. For us, not too bad.
That's what the rings are.
Because Irina, I think, can plane shift. Can you not?
I can do anything, but yes, I can plane shift.
So you could plane shift back off the astral plane to the material plane.
Technically, but I don't really want to put it to the test because any spell can go wrong.
That's assuming we're not all scattered together. Traditionally, travel on the astral plane, you have to tie yourself with a silver cord.
Why silver?
Because it's holy, so you can find your way home. Don't you read any? Don't you read any
You
kind
need
of
to
books?
tie yourself up with a silver cord that's got holes in it.
No, yeah, you
You know what, Ronnie?
tie
You
yourself.
just understand axes and hitting things and leave the magic to us, okay?
All
Yeah.
right. So what do these magic rings do then?
Did just make the rolls, GM.
Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to work something out right now. It is a ring of counter spells and a ring of invisibility.
There you go. Counter spells, this one. Invisibility, that one.
Spells, that's
All
right.
right.
Well, is
Okay.
Jelsa not going to want the ring of invisibility? 'Cause that seems to be right up her alley.
Don't know. Has Chelsea got any finger spares?
I first of all, I can always make myself invisible.
I just thought that the opportunity to be permanently invisible and throw glitter in people's faces just. So
I know a bloke in Corvosa would really love that rapier. But, it's not for me, really. Right. Well, bored now. Can you melt down these what's names?
I never got an answer from that magical voice in my head, but I'm trying.
You're making a cult roll while you examine the ice.
Okie dokie.
You have
I can
no
make a
idea.
better one than that.
You have no
Hold on.
idea. Each of the bars is basically a huge bar. No, I'm afraid you fail. There are modifiers, unfortunately.
Okay, fine.
Well, I'll just hit
This
it with
isn't-
hammer then.
Jelsa could try, or Dondrad could try if they want to make
I
a
mean,
cold
I
rolls.
could just shrink down small enough to fit through the gap.
Well, that's not going to help the rest of us get through, is it? I'm just going to hit it with hammer.
Statues aren't watching you anymore, but that's
He
you
could
need,
shrink
basically
down
you need a
enough.
6.
Can Chelsea fit through anyway?
I was going to say, can we? Is what we're trying to do here? We're trying to.
Work out how to
Break
get
the-
through the ice thingies.
Well, Grimvald didn't make an occult roll. He made a strength.
I noticed.
But
And
by the way, we do actually have a portable hole.